Hello. Just getting ready. Gonna do some kung fu techniques. I'm really sore from this week's workouts, stretching. Did a big a lot of stretching this week as I'm trying to get my hips to open back up. Um, so just continuously stretching. Um, in the right times, I'm not just stretching. That's not how you get good. You gotta do other things. You gotta do strength work. You gotta do stretching. You gotta do cardio. Gotta do it all. And this is the first time I've worn this shirt in a couple years. This is a timber shirt, and I have a little bit of looseness. So, yay. Again, down 40 pounds compared to my down 30 that I was doing. I crushed that 10 more pounds recently. So I'm very happy. Just gonna keep that goal going. And that was my little talk while I wrap my wrist here. So why do I wear these gloves? Now this isn't a paid promotion. This is Sanable. They're one of the good low cost gloves. These are wrist gloves. There's barely any padding here. There's a little bit, but these are wrist gloves mainly for the wrist, keeping the wrist straight. So I do prefer to wear these gloves specifically for this bag, as this bag is a cloth bag. So the outside part is cloth, and if you miss, you really rub your things across. Yeah, so that's what I prefer. But before I start hitting it, I want to warm up, so I'm going to go ahead and swing my legs. A lot of people forget to do their dynamic stretching. They'll only do the sitting stretching. Dynamic stretching goes a long way. If you notice, most Olympic athletes will do swinging of the legs of some sort. This side's really tight. All right. I'm going to start working through some stance work just to, there's the tight hips right there. So I sat in the split machine yesterday for a good amount of time, and that really, did the work, but the days after, sometimes you get a little tight. I'm just gonna start bouncing, let my horse stance start to warm up. I like these little hip circles here, as this helps the joints move here. So I'm drawing a figure 8 with my pelvis. All right, ooh, really tight today. So I'm gonna do some frog stretching because that really helps opening up my hips here. So I like to go to frog and just sit here for a second. And then I do a little bit of movement to loosen. In a minute, I'll get to some actual techniques. It's just gotta warm up. And the warm-up is usually a little boring to watch, so sorry. If y'all have any questions, you can definitely ask them in the comments, and I'll do my best to respond to them. Ooh. Now, one of the ones I like to do here is from frog. I'll lean forward like this, where I'll put my feet up, and then I'll straighten one side. Oh, I'm too close to the back. So I'll straighten one side here, and then I'll push back. Stretch here. Oh, wow, it's really tight today. And then just let it slowly open up. And then I'll rotate a couple times. 1, 2, 1. Really isolating the stretch. Let's do one more on that side, and we're going to hold, but I'm going to keep the foot sideways instead of turning it up. Now, it's important when you're stretching, make sure you're not going to painful positions. You want to go to a slight uncomfortable where there's a little bit of, maybe a little bit of stretching pain, but you don't want to go into where it's really sharp pain, really hurting you. You want to make sure you're stretching within your limits and pushing and letting the body relax, let the tendons and muscles stretch naturally. Remember, when we're stretching, we are still tearing the tendons and muscles a little bit. It still pulls on them, so we can't pull them too hard. That's when you cause rippages, pulled muscles, all that type of stuff, which we don't want to do. All right, let's do my other side here. So I reach forward, letting my legs come up. Now I'm going to put them down, one side out. And I push back. Look at that distance. That's not good. Hoo-wee. Let's let it go and breathe. 1. Let it breathe and let it go. All right, I'm going to do a couple rotations here. Back forward. And leg out, rotate back. All right, and again forward. So frog. Push my hips back to alignment. And then push back, stretch. All right. Ugh. Ooh, ah. All right, and then I'll do my old man get up because I'm getting old. Oh, now there's a little bit of little hip stretching there. Get it moving a little bit again. Get my kicks up. All right, stretch, touch the toes. Now from here, what I like to do is come down. I'm gonna grab my toes, I bend my knees, and I'm gonna start stretching and straightening one leg at a time. This isolates a little bit. And then there we go. All right, let's see. Oh, man. Thank you, nobody. Hope you have a good one. Negative thoughts with positive thoughts, yes? Like that guy, he's right. All right, well, let's start getting to some kicks and techniques. That way we can have some fun. All right, so, oh, wait, one more thing. I'm gonna rotate my shoulders. I wanna make sure I'm not dying. So rotate my shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, let's have some fun. I'm gonna start hitting the bag. First thing I'm gonna be working on is jab entry. 1, pull back. Again, this is just to warm up. Still working on just trying to get my blood flowing again. All right. Now, I'm going to do a not popular technique, which is the back fist. A lot of people don't like this in full contact, but I'm going to be striking from here. You can also treat it like a flick jab. So if you're here, from up here. Other side. So when I fight at distance, I fight here, guarding the groin, body, hand up here. When I fight in close, you switch to a more upright fighting stance. Now that can change depending on who you're fighting, what you're fighting, and their strengths too. All right, let's do some kicking. Let's get our legs going now. did all that stretching. What's the point of the stretching if I don't kick? I'm gonna first do my left side because it feels a little bit better right now until my other side hip warms up. It's so much quieter when you have socks on. Usually my flat foot is making a big slap. Come say hello. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you want to. If not, no big deal. It's all about fun in the end. Ooh. Sliding all over the place. With socks. Socks might have to come off. Whew. Hello to the few watching. Just goofing off, doing some Kung Fu techniques, getting my workout in. I'm actually 40 pounds down. That's a 4-0 from when I started. I lost 30 pounds super easily. Just in the last month was I able to cut that extra 10 down by bag work. Who would have guessed? Bag work is so important. It's a great cardio thing. And for me, I hate running. It's just something that never connects with me. So back work. You can get cardio, weight loss. Just find something to keep you active, right? Something you enjoy, that's active. Oh, my hip is not ready for that yet. I want to do the question mark kick, but I'm afraid my hip's a little tight here, but I'm afraid I'm not going to do it right. Ooh, there's a question. Oh, hey, what's up, Max? Doing good. Getting a workout in. How are you? You doing good too? Yeah, the hip's not ready. What's happening is this hip isn't warmed. Good. Glad you're doing good. Just doing a quick workout, doing different Kung Fu techniques. My TV's behind the bag, so I don't want to smash the bag too hard. It'll go into it. Glad it's a calming spot. You know, it's all about having fun. When I first started YouTube a couple years ago, it was a lot of negativity like you see anywhere on the internet. And it affected me. But then something snapped and I was like, I'm not gonna let that affect me. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna keep doing my Kung Fu. I'm gonna get better. People who might pick up something, you might pick up something. If not, no big deal. At least I had fun, and if people are upset and want to make fun or poke fun, then go ahead and do it. Doesn't hurt my feelings anymore. As long as they get a laugh or a smile, hey, maybe they needed that. Maybe they're going through a rough day. I can't affect how people react towards me. I can only affect how I react towards people. And that's a whole rant, so who cares? Let's get back to the bag. Oh, sorry. I was off the camera. I didn't realize that. Gotcha. So Kung Fu, the cool thing about Kung Fu is Kung Fu doesn't actually mean a martial art, even though here in the West, we use it for a martial art. Kung Fu, anyone can have Kung Fu. Good Kung Fu is mastery of skill through diligent, hard work. So what does that mean? That doesn't mean that you go take a seminar, you practice really, really hard for that weekend, and you have good Kung Fu. Good Kung Fu spans years of practice over a time, and that is Kung Fu, right? When we talk about the martial art, which here in the West, we just consider all Chinese martial arts as Kung Fu, which is slowly starting to break away. The actual Kung Fu open hand art that you see where we do all of our big spins and stuff, that is actually considered what is called Wushu. Now we have the traditional Wushu, which is the traditional martial arts schools that you see, not nearly as, the acrobatics aren't as important, more traditional, real fighting techniques. The forms just aren't as flashy. Then there's sport Wushu, which is the competition version of Wushu, where they do all the big flashy 540 kicks. I don't know if I can do it in here, but where you jump, you kick, and land on one leg at the same time. I don't know if y'all saw that, but. So Kung Fu, yeah, I like that. Training until it becomes an art form. Kung Fu is a mastery of skill through diligent hard work. Now Wushu, the actual open hand, that is the martial art of Wushu. So those are the two kind of difference is on it. Wushu is the self-defense, right? Wushu, fighting, Kung Fu forms, all of that. But here in the West, Wushu has a bad name. They just think that it's all sport. But again, that's all semantics. Some core beliefs that I hold true to Kung Fu. Hard work, respect, perseverance, indomitable spirit, kindness. Kindness is a big one, and wisdom. Those are just core, those are what I teach the kids class. Those are some core concepts, code of ethics that you'll see happen to be with, karate, taekwondo. We all kind of share these same core beliefs of how to be a good human. That's why these morals that we teach, these code of ethics, are a lot of times the same between styles that aren't even from the same area. It's because these are core ways to be a good person. And back in the day, you didn't learn martial arts unless they could derive your character as being good. So I don't know what the actual Chinese terms for self-defense is. I know the terms for forms is Taolu. I know there's Wushu which is the martial art, and then you have Tai Chi specific, like Tai Chi, Bagua Zhang, Xingyi. You have Southern, Mantis, Jiao Ga. You have Tiger. All of those. Choi Li Foot. So there's so many different branches that you can go. The overall encompassing term is Wushu, and then the lesson even more over here in the West, Kung Fu. We all know what you're talking about. Okay, I'm gonna get back to the back here in a second. I see one more comment. See, I do teach Kung Fu. Yes, I teach a family class here. Yeah, Steven Seagal is pretty crazy too. There are a lot of kicks in Kung Fu. I just do a few of them. There's so many kicks in Kung Fu. There's low kicks. We have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4. I have low high roundhouse kicks, 1, 2. I have hook kicks. Oh, my sock's coming off. We have the question mark kick, just like everyone else, where you go 1, 2. We have axe kicks, axe kick, push kick. We have the teep, y'all's teep, Muay Thai's teep. We have elbows, we have knee strikes, we have spinning, we have jump kicks. We have the 540. I'm gonna do one for you one more time. I think I might do one. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know if y'all saw it. I'll do one more. Did y'all see the kick? It's because I have some stuff. I've been doing Kung Fu since I was a little kid, since I was 5. The weight was put on during COVID, and now I'm finally getting back to me. When you're 40 pounds down, you can finally start jumping again. But yeah, this is the first time I wore this shirt in years. So, yay, and I'm sweating through it. It's great. Thank you. I'm scared of the ceiling. Okay, I see who that is now. Yeah, I was scared. I was like, oh, ceiling. Go. All right, I'm gonna get back to it. What should I do? I don't know what to do now. I'm pretty tired. I've been going at it all day. Let's see. Let me think. I think I'm done with the bag. I think I need to go ahead and enter my cool down phase. I'm gonna do a quick little Tai Chi form to cool down. And then from there, I'm gonna stretch. Now y'all can hang out. Tai Chi's a little, not as interesting to some, but I love it. It's saved my life. It's the reason why I am sober now. It's the reason I got my life back together. Was Tai Chi, Kung Fu, and Qigong meditation. So, Qigong and meditation are 2 separate things. But if you're in and you're new, go ahead, drop the like, subscribe. I have to say that every once in a while. Otherwise, the algorithm doesn't like me. All right, that probably got rid of everyone on the channel. I know it's slow. It's different. It's all about continuous soft motion, so you can find every single little detail and make it correct. When you move slow, you find little motions or little spots where you tense up, and so you can be nice and soft. That way, when you throw the power with actual power, the looseness is very important. It's like when you throw a baseball, right? When you throw a baseball, it's loose and it goes. Same thing here, loose and it goes. So when I strike using the internal, more Tai Chi style, I'm here, I'm gonna strike, it's loose. Loose here, like I'm throwing a ball, right? And then I use the Chi, which is just another way of saying I synchronize perfect body posture, breath, and then a little bit of energy. That way it uses the exact timing into the strike. So when you hit something, I'm gonna scoot it a little bit away from the TV. I'm gonna go this way. That way when I move in, here, the power is loose, but it's strong. It hits. That way everything is loose. You can do that with your punches too. Right here, same thing, everything's loose here. Loose. The power comes from, so there's also another secret. The qua is this area here, and we use a stretching of these tendons, closing to here to release. So stretch, release, ba. And that's a whole nother thing, internal power. That's what you learn from Tai Chi, Bagua, all those other cool internal arts that use more softness, more internal. Cool, so that's what I got for today. I'm gonna oh wait, no, I gotta cool down and stretch. Oh, almost lost it. All right. This is my little buddy. Meditation is the best. It's what I love. Actually, yes, losing weight is one of the reasons I do streams like this. Part of it is that this is healthy. This is a healthy, active body, right? I'm at 168 right now. I was at 268. So one of the reasons I stream is to show that this is okay to be, right? I'm 5'6", I can lose a little bit more. That's perfectly fine, and I'm working on it. And I'm turning more into muscle. But one reason I stream is to show I'm an active person. I can kick that bag like crazy. I do Kung Fu, I can jump kick. I do my Tai Chi, meditation, all that. And I'm 37 years old, so this is okay. Now, if you want to macro and get like super ripped and stuff, yeah, hire a nutritionist, and you can do all that. But personally, I don't really have the time for that right now, maybe in the future. But I want to be healthy, active. So streaming, I picked it up a lot lately because it keeps me accountable. Plus, other people can have fun and either make fun of me or not make fun of me, whatever they need to do, you know. But let's get this set up for here. I'm gonna turn it just a little bit like this. And I'm gonna angle y'all. All right, I am gonna get my stretch on here. This is one of my friends. All right. All right. Where is the other friend? Where is my other friend? Oh no, be right back. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I get my phone, that way I can see the comments a little bit better when I sit in this thing. Otherwise, plus I need to set a timer. Ugh. You can make it through. You're not in the... Or you might be for a quick second, but you're good.
Can see the camera.
Alright. Ignore the person in the background. Alright. So this is my new stretching buddy. One thing I did when I was younger is I hurt my hips doing the splits. Just was too low too soon. And so I had a lot of rehabilitation to my hips. One reason why I don't kick nearly as high as I do is I'm still working out that one side of the hip. One side wants to go, the other side just doesn't want to do it, and that affects both sides because you have to open up your hips, both of them. So now that I've been healed up, because I heard it about 11 years ago, now that I'm healed up, I'm back to really stretching. Now this doesn't feel that bad yet. I feel a little tension on the outsides. Sorry, I found a new spot of fat that I did not know I had, that I thought was gone, but I guess it's only there when I'm sitting. So yeah, so there's some fat right there. Okay, cool. Well, anyway, I feel a little bit of pinch right here, but not enough to make it super uncomfortable. So I'm gonna go a little bit more. And then I'm gonna start my timer right there. Ooh, that's a good one. Now I say this every time I stretch. Whenever you're stretching, do not go to the points of screaming pain. You're just gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna blow out your hip. Trust me, I know. I'm your prime example of not going to where you're screaming. Because when I was down, I was screaming and I blew out my hip. All right, timer start. And then let me pull up the YouTubes on this so I can see any comments. So I'm gonna be here for 10 minutes. I'm pulling up the comments now. I can't see them yet. It's so far away. Where is... I need a new phone. Moving so slow. All right, there. If I use that machine, my legs would be broken right now. yeah, I'm not at a position that it would be putting too much pressure on. In fact, I could still move there, see, to get myself in a better position. You know, you don't go too far. Don't go too far. Just go to where it's nice and relaxed. That way you can let it be nice and relaxed. How can you relax into your splits if you're tight the whole time? So being able to sit down and passively do it is good. This is also good because I can do what's called PNF stretching. Neuromuscular, whatever. I'm not going to go into the PNF, what it actually stands for. I can never pronounce it. It's one of those medical words that I can't pronounce. And so PNF stretching is where you apply pressure against something that's while you're in a stretching position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze now for 10 seconds against trying to close my hips. And I squeeze 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I relax. Then I open up a little bit more. Hey, Sheba! Welcome. Yeah, I've been streaming a lot lately. I'm trying to get in here quite a bit. Just got done hitting the bag and doing some kung fu stuff, and now I'm obviously in my torture machine. So yeah, yay, fun stuff. Ooh. Ooh, this is tight. Also, I did a stretching stream earlier this morning that was really good. Probably the most people I've had in here at one time. Oh, so when I'm off stream, I usually have my Switch with me, or I'll be on my phone just looking through Facebook, any of the social media stuff, doing social media marketing, because you can do a lot of that, you know, through your phone from Facebook. I'm gonna be eating right after this. One reason I'm also putting in extra workouts is because I made tuna salad this week, and I love tuna salad, but even though I cut it with the light mayo, it's still so many calories. So, you know, gotta be careful. If I choose, you don't have to always counteract your calories though, y'all. Don't be in that if I work out. So this is the big mentality. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go off on one. The biggest thing that I hate about becoming a better person, like me becoming a better person, being better on my diet, being better on my mental state, being better at how I treat people, is that now I am always worried about those things. I am always like overly worried about those things. So you gotta find the balance. You can't be overly worried about, about beating yourself up. So you miss a workout, and so you beat yourself up because you didn't do what your new self is telling you, or what you're telling you should be doing as a new self. So don't get stuck in that trap either. You know, make sure you do the work, but if you miss a day or something, don't worry about it. Too much, jump back on. Discipline is not being perfect. Discipline is about jumping back on your plan when you fall off. It's not about being perfect all the time. That's not real. That's not real life. No one can sustain that. Yes, I'm on a stretching machine. Each turn makes it go, oh, that hurt. Each turn makes it go a little bit further. Oh. Hello, brother. Yeah. That's why you sit and let it go and just over time. You also have to do active stretching. You can't just do passive stretching. Passive stretching is great. You got to do it. Everyone's got to do it. But yes, the interrogation room. What you do, so here's the secret to it. This is what my teacher did to me one time. He put me in it. He put me pretty far in the split. I mean, I was pretty far there. And then he grabbed the... Okay, this one will not come out, evidently. I pulled it in too tight. But he took the wheel out and ran away. That way I was stuck in the machine. I think he sat me there for 30 minutes, which was good. That was all I did that day because I couldn't walk afterwards. But, you know, I felt flexy. He's like, ha ha ha, you have to stay there. No moving, get your splits. He's a great guy. He's one of the biggest heroes in my life. I have the biggest respect for my teacher. He was one of the scariest fighters. He was an amazing martial artist, one of the best teachers I've ever met. The way he just teaches a kid's class, it's what I always kind of picture myself doing. It's exactly how I try and teach. You know, the only things that I change are maybe some terminologies to make it a little more now, because, you know, I'm 37. Even my lingo now is outdated. I make jokes in class and no one gets them. I'm like, oh my God, how is that a dad joke now? Yep. So what happened in Kung Fu is originally Kung Fu did not have belts. Originally what would happen is you had a white belt and then it turned black, right? That's the old joke, right? But Kung Fu did not have a belt system. Kung Fu was, you showed up, you trained, and your teacher was like, yeah, you got it. You're a Kung Fu person. You can teach now. In the United States, it's a little bit easier for Westerners, for us, to set goals and be able to see those goals a little bit more obtainable when we get something shiny about it. So if we get something shiny by obtaining that goal, it makes us feel better, makes us feel like we accomplished something. So we have more goals. I actually really love the belt system personally. As a teacher, I get to set different goals for each belt, and I know where they should be along the road. So I think it's a very beneficial system. There needs to be some sort of ranking system in your system, even if it's just like beginner, intermediate, advanced. Even if you have it broken up into 3 blocks, that way you can still teach the beginners the basics, what they need, move them to more intermediate techniques, and then when they're really, really good, you can start putting them in the fire with advanced techniques. Whew, I got 2 minutes to go and it's really going slow. I am hurting. Good question, Max. Let's get another question in. That way it takes my brain off the stretching. Ooh, I got one for y'all. If you could learn one thing in Kung Fu or Tai Chi, what would it be from martial arts? One thing in martial arts, how about that? It can be a weapon, if you want to learn saber, sword, staff. Do you want to learn how to kick better, stretch better, nutrition? What's one thing that y'all all could, just even you, maybe like? And if you haven't yet already, I have to say this, go ahead and like, subscribe, if you want. Everything, that's the best answer, Max. Everything. Yeah, I want to learn everything too. What I'm really big on right now is Tai Chi. Butterfly kick, awesome, Shiva. That's a fun kick. We'll do those. Woo! Yeah, I appreciate the like and sub. You're the best. You're doing great. Thank you, Max. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I hit 2,800 subscribers today. I'm 200 away from 3,000. Whoever's watching this after the stream, please go ahead, drop a like, subscribe. It really helps the channel go. I'm really trying to make my Kung Fu teaching a living now, and the YouTube channel helps subsidize that. It really does. Even if it's just a like, that goes so far. So I appreciate all of y'all that watched me today. Now you're gonna get to watch me struggle out of the machine as my timer's about to come up. Oh, okay, now for the fun part. Now, whenever you're releasing the machine, you do have to go slow. When I first got up out of the splits, what made me hurt myself years ago, 12 years ago when I blew out my hip, was I was way too low, screaming all the way down, and I pushed myself up out of the splits way too fast, causing something to pop in my hip, like my hip flexor. Ooh, okay, now I'm gonna rotate my hips a little bit to relieve the pressure. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. It always hurts a little bit going back. Ooh. Release here, there we go. Ooh. Oh, even this is still sore. All right. Whew, all right. Part of it is getting the blood back to the hips, letting it feel again. Yeah, the different levels of black belt. A lot of us joke that learning up to black belt is learning how to learn. Yeah, in Kung Fu, for our style at least, above black belt, it's a little less formalized. The first 2 degrees, second and third degree black belt, those are a little more formal, as I believe second degree is usually 2 open, like really advanced open hand forms mixed with some other things, and third degree are 2-man sets or weapons, depending on what our instructor gives us at the time. That's a really good question. I will be live tomorrow morning, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. What's tomorrow, Tuesday? Yeah, tomorrow, 8 p.m. I'm sorry, no, not 8 p.m. I'm sorry. I will be live tomorrow, Tuesday, at 8 a.m. for a stretching session. I'm going to do another stretching. I probably won't use the machine, but I am going to be doing stretching and stuff like that. And then I do plan, what is tomorrow? Tuesday, so I have no classes tomorrow. What time is it now? 5? I will probably go live, yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and go live at 8 a.m. tomorrow for stretching, and then another session like this at 4 p.m. tomorrow because I have nothing else to do that day. I have a couple clients, but other than that, I'm good. Yeah, little different time zones. That's cool. Someone watching me from the UK. That makes me, man, that's awesome. I love it. Martial arts are for everyone. Everyone should have fun watching them and enjoy them. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and log out. For us right now, it is 5:10 p.m. Whoa, let me. Whoa, there we go. Whew. Oh wow, 1 a.m. Yeah, yeah. I do have that 8 a.m. and then also, again, kind of same time here tomorrow, 4 p.m. I'll make a commitment to jumping back on and doing some more techniques and more fun. Awesome. Well, anyone watching on the subscription or watching, like, subscribe, all that business one more time. And hey, yeah, y'all have a great night and day too. Cheers. See y'all tomorrow.